Hello everyone and welcome. My name is BlackMask1 and you're watching Diamond Top Gaming. I wanted to go ahead and apologize for our lack of content lately, at least card wars, matches, wise. We've all been extremely busy, so I apologize for that. We're getting everything fixed though, and we will have some more actual matches, filmed and uploaded soon. But for today, I wanted to go ahead and show off, or at least do a deck profile on Riddler's Blue Plains deck. So without any further ado, I'll go ahead and begin. So the first thing we're going to go through is his creatures, and starting with his creatures, we'll start with his rainbow card, since there's only two kinds of creatures he uses. They're both 0 points. The first one, of course, is TNT Timmy. Now, he uses this one mainly just to have a creature on the field, and of course, whenever TNT Timmy leaves, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit, everyone. Whenever, of course, TNT Timmy leaves, he naturally becomes stronger. So, darn it, let me speed this up. There we go. So whenever he actually leaves the field, he, causes everyone to lose 1 damage, or at least on the opposing side. So, it's good to have whenever you need just a monster out. Now his next one, of course, is Furious Chick. Another good 0.1, just the more damage it takes, the stronger it becomes. It's just like a weaker version of that Furious Hen, or not Furious Hen. Oh man, it's an Iceland's playing card. What is it? Maybe it is Furious Hen. I think that's maybe what it is. But anyway, those are just the only two he has. They're both 0 cost. It's just to help him be able just to put a monster out on the field. Now, of course, we'll get back to, now we're going to get to his Blue Plains creature cards. The first one, which I think is one of his strongest, is Blueberry Pie Cloth. Let me back that up for you guys. Now, this is, of course, one of the strongest ones. Ironically, I gave this card to him, so, I caused my own death, I guess. And of course, next he runs 2 Biomancers. Now he likes to use this one because it can just heal itself once he changes lane. So he'll always use his Charlie as his hero card. And of course, a Blue Ogre. He only has one of these because I only gave him one because I only have one. But this actually came out of the booster boxes, or the booster packs, so if you guys were trying to find it, you'd have to have the For the Glory booster packs in order to actually obtain it. And then he has, of course, 1 Weakened Warrior. Another good strong card, but in order for it to be ready, you have to move it every turn, so that's the only kind of downside to it. He has a Psionic Swashbuckler. It's a decent card. Now, he thought about taking out Heavenly Gazer, but I thought that it was a good card simply because of its flip ability, where you can put any spell card on the top of your deck. I've, of course, convinced him to keep it. Another good card, or at least a good support card, I think, for the Blue Plains deck is the Extra Large Spirit Soldier. It has a lot of defense, and it, of course, raises the attack of adjacent creatures by 1. So I think it was a really good card. And it's, since it only costs 1, it's very cheap to have. Of course, next we have the Drain Cleric. Another good cheap card. The only thing is you have to move it to an empty landscape, or you have to discard a card from your hand. So it kind of can go either way. And then another excellent support card for Blue Plains is the Cool Dog. It's a very good card, especially if you combine it with Extra Large Spirit Soldier, because people only can attack your Cool Dog. So, very, very good card. Next, of course, we have the Ghost Ninja. Another good cheap card, not really a knockout in my opinion, but it's still good. It's a good kind of blocking card, since its ability states that you have to actually. Once it deals damage to an opponent, the opponent can't actually use spell cards the next turn, and that's actually gotten me a few times. Now, Cryomancer. He's used this one only kind of rarely. Let me back up the camera, guys. He's used it only kind of rarely, simply to just, you know, gain an action. He's used Charlie's ability in order to help him gain just an extra, you know, so that way he can have 3. So he's used it a few times, but since he only has 1, he hasn't really been able to, I think, tap into the full potential of it. And next we have Aeromancer. Good card, good strong one in my opinion. 2 Punk Cats, another good support card. 2 Gyromancers. I'm not a huge fan of these, but you know, he keeps them in there because it goes along with the deck, and I mean, you can definitely use it if you need to shift him to a lane in which, you know, your opponent has a monster. So there's, you know, there's good and bad things for it. And then of course the last one is Paladin. A good monster in my opinion, a really strong one, especially since if it changes lanes, it gains 30 attacks. So that could be a whopping 6 attack. That could literally wipe out tons of people's cards. I mean, that could almost, even if I have a Husker champion, I mean a Husker Knight, you know, even with all of my, you know, cornfields on, if I have 4, you know, cornfields, that's only 8 defense. So if he even took just 2 damage, you know, the turn before, you know, Riddler could just wipe it out. But anyway though, now that we got through with that, let's go ahead and go into the spells. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let's start with, he only has 1 building, and I'm going to show it to you guys. It's also one of the best, you know, Blue Plains buildings, simply because of all the stuff that you can do with it. All right, so he runs 2 dome strongholds, but yet he somehow always, he always freaking is able to draw it. I don't know how. But I mean, creatures have 2+ defense. It cannot be damaged by your foe's spell cards. So it's really, to me, it's a really good card. I mean, look, because I've tried to use Corn Scepter on something that he's had with a dome stronghold, and it really blocked. I mean, like I said, they can't take damage from it. So. But that's the only building he has, so let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Now we're going to start onto his spells. Now since Blue Plains are generally very spell oriented, he has a large combination of spells. But I'm going to go ahead and start like with the creatures and throw out the rainbow cards first. So we have a Cerebral Brainstorm, 2 of them. He runs 1 Woad Blood. Another good card since it's 0 cost, and he can of course combine this with another card that I'll, you know, show you later on, but I'm sure if you guys have seen our videos, you know what I'm talking about. Since most of his cards have to change lanes anyway, this is a really good one. Like that Paladin, since if you change lanes, it gains 6 attack. Well, he could just throw this down, and now he has 8, so then he could kill my Husker champion in one go. Of course, next you have Void Thimble. He has used this pretty frequently if it gets to the wire, you know, and he really needs to take care of us fast, me or Thug. He runs 2 teleports, another good move, another good card for this, you know, type of deck. A Woad Talisman, another good 0 cost one. Redirect Danger. He's only used this rarely, but he has used it to destroy my creatures, so I'll say it's very good. Gnome Snot, a very good card, especially since you can draw 3 and not have to discard any along with that. Pants of Awesome, another card that he doesn't use. He only has 1 and he doesn't use it that often. Subliminal Strength. Now this is the card that I was talking about where he combines it with all these 0 costing ones. This is, to me, if he plays this and then 3 just, you know, 1 Woad Blood and then 1 Woad Talisman and then even a teleport, it kind of, and counting this one, I mean, geez, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, so that's 8 damage right there. So you know, it can really be a game winner. To me, that's a winning combo, or the Riddler combo as I like to call it. Next, of course, we have the Glorious Gramophone, another good card. He runs 2. You get to draw 4 cards, but unlike the Woad, I mean not Woad Talisman, unlike a Gnome Snot, he doesn't actually, he has to discard 2. So he draws 4, but has to discard 2. And next, he has Spell Warp. He runs 3 of these. Now he doesn't use these very often, but you know, of course he gets to swap the position, so that means it's kind of like a teleport, but he can swap too. So they both can tap into their abilities, so it's good, but I never really seem to see him play it that often. But anyway, overall though, this is his deck. Of course, I don't have his hero card with me, but it's Charlie. You know, it's a good card, you know, especially with Blue Plains. I think that they purposely made Charlie just for, you know, just for the Blue Plains type of decks. But now, is this one better than mine? I don't know. I mean, I always love my corn cards, so, you know. But if you guys enjoy these deck profiles, go ahead and leave a like down below. And why not go ahead and subscribe as well. We have Card Wars every other week now. So any kind of Card Wars video, it's every other week, and then of course we rotate it out with maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or whatever kind of match we can really want to play. But anyway though, everyone, as always, my name is Black Mask 1, and you've been watching Diamond Top Gaming.